Today we model this beautiful bridge that was built in China using the adaptive component families in Revit. Whenever we see a repetition in form, whether this repetition has a change of dimension or a uniform change in form, we can easily model that in Revit. So let's start modeling. We go to 3D view using the quick access toolbar, and we go to massing inside tab. We will create a sketchy topo surface for our bridge, add points in the sides, and decrease the elevation to -1.5 meters. Now we can sketch a pond-like form using these points, the elevation back to 0 meters, and declare a boundary for that pond. Click on Finish Surface. Now we can change the visual style to be shaded and head to the side plan, side view, go to Architecture tab, create a new reference plane. Now we determine where the bridge will start from and end at. So this line, we name it A, this reference plane, and also we determine the width. I will keep it at 5 meters, name the second line B, add a third reference plane at the beginning of the bridge. Name it 1. Then press Escape. Click on the line CO shortcut from keyboard and make sure you select Check Multiple. Press once, copy it to the center of the pond, and once more at the end. Revit will accordingly name them 2 and 3. Now we will head to the north elevation, press twice on the symbol of the elevation, and we go to Massing Inside, Show Mass, and start creating our in-place mass. Name it Bridge, then OK. We will use the rectangle tool, pick a plane, pick the first plane, number 1, then OK. Draw a rectangle inside this blue boundary lines. Then use the Pick Lines tool, placement plane, reference plane 2. Hover over this rectangle we just drew and press tab once, select. For reference plane 3, the same thing. Then go to the 3D view again, and using the Start End Radius arc, change the placement plane to reference plane 2. We are now creating the profile of our bridge. So add a line at the lower end of the profile. Then create your arc, TR for trim and extend. Delete the extra line and select the first profile, pressing Ctrl the other 2 ones, then create form. Now we will hover over this mass and press tab once, select it, divide surface. We need to select one of the sides, then go to surface representation, this arrow, check nodes. The upper one, same thing, and the other side as well. In the pictures, we see that this side is inclined to the center and the other side as well. So we come to this line and press tab multiple times until you see that it is selected and these arrows appear. Go to the front view. To have a symmetric form, we will make sure we remember which point we got to. So let's take it to the 4th point, then back to the view, select the opposite side line, go to the front view again, and drag it to the 4th point. Now it's time to create the family that we will use upon these points. Go to File, New, Family. Use English for metric, imperial for feet dimensions. Scroll down until you see Metric Generic Model Adaptive, then Open. In here, the workspace is quite flexible, but we will need to have a presentation of our own. So we will use reference, point element, make sure it's draw on work plane, add 1, 2, 3, 4 points, then set work plane, press tab multiple times upon the first point and add another reference point upon it, set work plane for the last point as well, add a reference point upon it, go to the front view after pressing escape, drag these last 2 points upside and sideways. For the middle 2 points, select them both and give them an offset of 8 meters. It doesn't really matter the dimensions at this point, but we, as I said, we need to have a representative form like at this stage. Now we will use 1, 2, 3, 4 adaptive points up on these 1, 2, 3, 4 nodes. So we will click on the first adaptive point, make adaptive. Second one, make. Third and fourth. Make sure that these numbers are accordingly organized. Now we will link all points 2 by 2 using spline through points. Is reference line? Check. And that continues till we have a closed form. We will add one last point, reference, point element, make sure it's draw on face, and add it on this line. Set work plane, select its vertical work plane, and draw a rectangle. Drag the rectangle downwards. Make sure it's a reference line. Then use pressing Ctrl on keyboard and selecting the main line profile. Then click on Create Form. Now we can use this family by loading it into project, going to 3D view, and pressing on the points, the nodes, if we see any inaccuracies like this one, we can edit the family itself. We can go back to the family, select the point, drag it inside a little bit. At this point, we are not using any dimensions, constraints, or shared reporting parameters. So we are going a little bit sketchy. Load into project, overwrite with values, and check the 3D view. Go to Architecture tab, Component, press Escape, and you will see what sort of changes occurred. Press once on the family that you just inserted, then click on Repeat. The family was repeated on each line, but we need more vertical lines on this grid. And we need 2 horizontal lines because in the profile, we So there was an extra floor here in the middle. So let's select all elements in the view, filter, check none, only divided surfaces. Okay. For the U grid, I will get them to 35. For the V grid, I only need 2. After such a change, elements may disappear and we may need to reinsert them. So go to Create, Component, and insert the element on the first profile, select it, and repeat. We can select our family, multiple click on it to go back to the editor mode. So click on the mass you created, then HH from keyboard to hide the element temporarily, and come closer to the point, the extra point we have, set work plane and set to the vertical work plane of this point. Create a new rectangle and drag a stair-like profile. Press escape, select this profile we just created, make sure it is reference line, select the lower line only and the profile we just created. Then click on Create Form. Now use the glasses in the lower icons to reset the temporary mode. We can save this family now, save as, from File, then Family. Let's name it Opposite Side Family. Save, then load into project. Go to the 3D view, select one element, pressing Tab on the keyboard while hovering over it, and change from the Properties tab the family. Now we can see what the dimensions are, and we can modify the family based upon this observation. So go to the 3D mode, 3D view of the family, and redo that profile. Load into project, overwrite, check how it looks like. If it disappeared, we probably need to go architecture or just click finish mass. After, of course, going into edit in place mode, now we can add this element to multiple profiles at once by selecting them using the control on keyboard. Then we can have a second middle profile for the middle side that doesn't have a step but only a flat surface, and a third one that has an opposite direction stair profile. And like that, we have our bridge. These elements are flexible, so we can change how the joints are, how the elements come together, then reload them here, whether it's a new family or the same one. We can hide the mass from the Massing and Side tab, press on Show Mass icon, and now we can change a set of elements materials by double clicking on an element, then changing a material from the left bar. So let's use plywood for this one. Then use render appearance to see it in the shaded visual style and press OK. Copy the material name and paste it while selecting other elements you created in the family. load into project, override the existing version and its parameters. Now you can see that the whole set has changed. Open the other sets element, another family will open. So that's how we have multiple profiles under one mass. I hope that was useful. Please don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and turn on the notification bell to receive all new tutorials. Thank you for watching, and bye bye.